I'm Jared Fry, General Manager of Medina TV.
Hi, and I'm Jacqueline Rinksmeyer, Executive Director of the Greater Medina Chamber of Commerce. The mission of the Chamber of Commerce is to serve our member investors and promote business interests through economic development, business advocacy, and member services, which benefits the Greater Medina community. The Chamber is funded by voluntary membership from the business community. It is a not-for-profit, nonpartisan business organization, and we do not receive tax dollars to operate the organization. The Chamber does not endorse candidates, but strives to educate the voters on both the candidates and the issues. And we are pleased to partner with Medina TV to bring these interviews to you. This program would not be possible without this collaboration. So thank you to our interviewer, Jared Fry, and our producer, Matt Tomick.
And as always, the views expressed in these interviews do not necessarily reflect those of Medina TV or the Greater Medina Chamber of Commerce. We thank you for tuning in to the 2022 Candidates Forum and remind you to vote on November 8th. Joining us in studio now is the candidate for County Commissioner, and it's Kathy Menditto. Kathy, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I want you to start off and tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I am, where do I begin? I am a mother of 4, a grandmother of 5. I am a breast cancer survivor. I am an advocate, ally. I volunteer in the community. I care about the residents that live here, and I think the main reason I'm running is just because of that, because I care.
Mm-hmm. And for the viewers at home, kind of explain what a county commissioner does.
So in short, they get to decide what happens with your tax dollars. I think that's the easiest way to explain it. So you pay taxes that go into the county, and then they decide who working in the county gets raises, if there's other people hired, what projects get to be worked on. So right now there's a big roundabout that's going in Seville. Mm-hmm. That's an example of what they do.
Okay. So as you discussed that, what do you think the biggest cost area is for the county budget, and how would you propose that you would address handling that budget?
Well, I feel like in any business, the biggest salary component is salary. Mm-hmm. Salary, like pay for the employees. I do have my master's in HR management. I've been working in human resources for the past 15 years. I think that gives me kind of a leg up on, the ranges that people should be getting paid, and accommodating that, but also making sure that people are not being overpaid for work that they may or may not be doing.
Sure. And you also talk, on top of the salaries, you also have procurement issues. What are your views on government procurement, and where do you believe that it could be improved? And are there any regional solutions that can help solve the problem?
So I think a lot of stuff right now goes on behind closed doors, which I think is an issue. I believe that there are a lot of decisions that are being made that the people are not being made aware of, and that includes a lot of the government spending. When you can go online on Facebook and watch the county commissioner meetings every Tuesday morning on Facebook. It's live, and then you can watch a recorded session, but they don't explain anything that they're talking about. So it's hard to know, for example, the new courthouse that went in, $55 million. $55 million for a courthouse. Where is that money going to? I know that the courthouse was needed. The old courthouse was old, and the update needed to be done, but $55 million, but we don't know, as the residents who live here, what that $55 meant. Does it mean that there's going to be gold railings throughout? I don't know because no one's telling us.
Sure. So if elected for the office of county commissioner, what are 3 things you'd like to accomplish while in office?
So the first thing I think is to be more transparent. I think any good leader has good communication skills, and part of that is being transparent. I think the people of Medina County need someone who can explain to them what's being decided in that office in a way that they'll understand. I can go back and read the notes from the meetings, but it's like talking to a lawyer. I'm just a regular person. I'm not an attorney. I need someone to explain it to me in a way that I understand how it's going to affect me. The second big thing is I have already been in touch with the Ohio Environmental Council. I'm looking to reverse the ban on renewable energy projects. I don't know why that was put in place. It hasn't been communicated to anyone. It was done back in January, and if you go back, you can read the notes, but as a regular, everyday person, I don't really understand why. And the third thing, I think, is just to be more available, be more open. It's very hard to go into the county commissioner meetings now and talk about some issues that are happening. It's inconvenient because they're on Tuesday mornings, so not a lot of people have access to them. But yeah, just, listening to the people and what they want and making sure that as a community, we're making decisions for the betterment of everyone.
Mm-hmm. Now, I know you touched on this a little bit in some of your answers, but what leadership skills do you believe you can bring to this position in county government?
So I really think the transparency part is going to be huge. The company that I work for currently, I'm the Vice President of Human Resources for Buckeye State Credit Union. When I went in there, we had a 54% approval rating from the staff. One thing that we started doing was just having Wednesday morning calls, just telling everyone what's happening in the company, just making sure that they understood what decisions were being made and how it was affecting them. And now our employee approval ratings are over 97% in every category. Like I said, taking that legal jargon from the meeting notes and turning it into, this is how it affects you, and you need to understand this.
What do you see as some of the biggest challenges the county faces right now?
Pushback, I think, misunderstanding. I don't, like you said, what does a county commissioner do? That's probably the biggest question I've received at all of the events, the canvassing, everything. Like, I don't even know what the county commissioner does. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't know what the county commissioner did before I started running for the seat. I had to study it and look it up and research it. But I don't think that a lot of people understand how important this position is, because it is your tax dollars. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you're right, left, middle. Everyone pays taxes. And this is a very important position because the money that's being spent affects every single person that lives here.
What was the driving force? I always applaud anyone that decides to run for a political office. What was the driving force that pushed you to run for a commissioner?
So last year at Christmas, I put out a message on the Wadsworth Facebook page and said that I was going to buy 5 turkeys for people for Christmas. Now, Thanksgiving, Christmas time, turkeys are like 20 cents a pound or whatever. So, $15-20 for a turkey. And I had about 50 responses. None of them were for themselves. It was all my parents, my neighbor is too proud to ask, my son just got laid off from his job, my friend. It was always for other people. And my thought at that time was, wow, there are 50 people just in Wadsworth, where I live, not all of Medina County, just in Wadsworth, who can't afford a $20 turkey for Christmas. And I started looking into some things, and I reached out to Mike Kovac and started talking to him about some opportunities. And he said, this county commissioner seat is open, and that's their job. They decide what happens with people's tax dollars. And it blows my mind that we're building a $55 million courthouse, which again, I understand, but $55 million might be a little excessive, while there are 50 people in Wadsworth who can't afford a $20 turkey. I mean, we have a nice community here, obviously. All of those people are reaching out for other people, not themselves. So I think that everyone wants to do good and wants to do better. They just don't know how. And I think that being in this position, we can kind of afford them that opportunity.
We're speaking with Kathy Menditto, one of the candidates for county commissioner. And as people head to the ballot, whether they're voting early or heading out on election day, and they reach that county commissioner's part of the section of the voting, what sets you apart from your opponent that you want to let the viewers know?
So I like to say that I practice the we before me mentality. It's all about community rather than one single person. When I win, I plan on serving everyone regardless of, what side you're on. We're all residents in Medina County, and I just want to make sure that, I'm serving everyone and being a voice for the people.
Great. And again, we're speaking with Kathy Menditto, the candidate for County Commissioner. You've done a great job of answering all my questions. I want to give you this time now to turn the microphone over to you and just let you talk directly to the viewers.
Thank you very much. I'm really excited to be here. I'm excited for this opportunity. I want to make Medina County better. I feel like it's already a great place. I've been here for a few years now, and I love living here. I love the people here. It's been an amazing experience, but when you get to that point where people are being complacent, that's when it starts to go down, and I don't want to be there. I want to continually look for new opportunities to make sure that Medina County is getting better and better for the residents that live here and for future generations.
Great. Thank you again, Kathy Menditto, the candidate for County Commissioner. First, I want to thank you for running for County Commissioner, and I want to wish you the best of luck this November.
Thank you very much. It was very nice being here. Thank you.
Thank you.